What's going on, YouTube Gardener? It's your boy Sydney from the Naked Gardener channel. In this video we're going to show you how to make a delicious vegan spaghetti recipe. Now, since it's just me, I normally try to cook for myself throughout the whole week, so that way I don't have to worry about cooking every time I'm coming home. Sometimes I come home late, sometimes I don't. So with me working in Georgia, I try to make my life as simple as possible. So if you like spaghetti, you're going to like this video. So hopefully after watching this video, you're going to learn how to make a nice, healthy, vegan style recipe. So let's get growing. Alright, so this recipe is going to be real quick and easy. As you see, we got some mushrooms, some peppers, different type of peppers. We got some orange, some yellow and red. We got some garlic back there, and we got some peppers right there. These are, you could use jalapeno peppers. Those are, I want to say, Anaheim or Nodello peppers. So what we're going to start off, we're going to put this on a medium high. We're also going to start our water over here, as you can see. So we're going to start the water to get the pasta nice and going, and we're going to get this nice and hot. Now, spaghetti is one of my go-to dishes that I like to do along with chili. But it's just something that I'm a very big pasta person. Normally what I would try to do is cook this when I'm just by myself, cook this and eat it throughout the week. And maybe it might last me anywhere from 2 to 3 days and everything. So we're going to get this nice and hot. Once it gets hot, I'm new to this whole surface top. Add some extra virgin olive oil. There we go. So we can get some of that. Put about 2 tablespoons in there. Hot, nice and hot. Now I put these onions in the freezer for the simple fact they were pretty strong. And so when you get some onions that are pretty strong, you can either do some incense, like some incense around you, or just put them in the freezer for about 20-30 minutes and kind of take the I forgot what type of chemical in here that release the pheromones to make you cry and stuff, but we're going to put that in there. That's one whole onion. And we're going to sweat these out for about 3 to 4 minutes. Alright, so now we're going to add the garlic. Let that sweat in there till we get a nice aroma. Alright, now we're going to add the peppers. Alright, so now we're going to add some seasoning. We're going to add our Forever Perfect seasoning of the Goya seasoning. I never measure, I just kind of go by how it looks. We're going to add some crushed red pepper to give it a little bit more heat. We're going to add some of this Italian seasoning. This one, I'll just do like that for now. Then we'll add some of this Himalaya pink salt with pepper and garlic. And we're going to add a little bit of paprika. And a little bit of the chili powder. And the mushrooms. And with this, you can add whatever vegetable that you like to add to your normal spaghetti. For me, it's never the same. So I normally try to use either some of the peppers, the onions, the garlic. Those are the main things. You can. Sometimes I've added celery. Sometimes I've added the carrots. It's basically all that you want to add. So now that the vegetables is all cooked, meatless, beefless, browned by Gardein. And this is about 13 ounces. You can do a pound of meat if you don't want to do vegan, plant-based meals. And this is basically already cooked. So all we're doing to this is just warming it up. Once we get most of this all defrosted, then we'll add the sauce. So now we'll add a pound and a half of tomato sauce. And 14 and a half or 14 and a half ounces of tomatoes. That's one. And that's two. So we're going to bring this up to a boil. Once it gets up to a boil, we'll put it down for a simmer for about 25 minutes. Alright, now we got this up to a nice boil. We're going to turn the heat down and let that simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll come and check it and stir it on every now and then, wiping down the sides of the pot. Alright, so we got the water boiling, we got the oil and some salt in it, and now we're just going to add, this is a pound of thin spaghetti. Now most people make the mistake of breaking these to fit it into the pot, but that's not how you should do your spaghetti. You want it to put it all in there. And it's called long spaghetti for a reason. It's to help get all of the sauce in there where you twirl it up and everything. So right when it gets to like this is when you just constantly just stirring it. And you just stir every so often to get it in there. Alright. So we're going to let this go for about 8 to 10 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Starting now.
While that is going, we're going to check up on this. This is a good time where you want to taste to see what needs to be added in there. Woo! Got some heat. Now, for those that don't like the acid of the tomatoes, secret tip, you want to add some sugar. Now you just do, this is totally optional. You just add it to kill the acid of the tomatoes. And then we're going to add some basil. And I'm going to add a little bit more salt, but this I'm going to add the Himalaya pink salt grinder. Let's see how this is before we turn it off. Just take a little taste test. Oh yeah, that's good. So we're gonna turn that off. I like to take a ladle of the pasta water and add it to the meat dish. That way you get that nice starchiness of the pasta into the water here, or into the sauce I should say. And then we'll take another taste of this. That's good. Now, since I don't have a microwave in this apartment, I'm going to drain the pasta and I'm going to put it in here and put it in a little container so I can take it to work and put it in the pasta dish from there. I'm now ready to serve this dish. Unfortunately, I don't have the utensils because I'm not at home. So we're just going to just do what we can, make do what we do. And then we're going to get some of this sauce to feed it up on there. Alright. As you can see how the meat just sticks to the spaghetti. That's for the simple reason. Another tip is don't wash the spaghetti once you get done cooking it and ready to drain it. Just get the excess water off and then drizzle some oil instead of putting it in here. But like I said, since I don't have a microwave, we have to do this method. So let's see how this is. Alright, so we got the tomatoes, we got the peppers, garlic, onion, more peppers, and some fresh basil. Now if you want, you can add parsley in here as well while you're cooking it, and some bay leaf. Like I said, I'm limited on what I have at this apartment. Don't really feel like buying new stuff. I'm trying to refrain from buying as much stuff as possible. So let's see how this is. That's the reason why you don't want to break your pasta when you cook, before you cook it. Can't even really tell the difference between real meat and plant-based meat. Would be real nice to go with this is some garlic toasted bread on some French bread. Oh man, you talking about good eating, and some maybe a wine, a nice little red wine. And that sugar helps take the acid away from the tomatoes, so you don't get that little tanginess into there. So I hope y'all like these videos. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an upload. We do different types of food recipes. Most of them are vegan-based type recipes. We'll put a playlist above so that way you can follow along of other videos that we have done in the past. Until the next video, let's grow together.